I decided to cut that footage because I don't want to be at the library all fucking day trying to upload videos because they're too fucking long. So I cut the footage on that one. I gotta see if I can get a picture of this. Let's see if I can get a picture of this thing. This most trouble. I ain't gonna worry about it. I can't get it from that angle. But it is like, man, it is spewing. It is spewing. The germ is coming on out. Germ is coming right on out. So yeah, the live events. These are just things I blocked out. So Tyson was a lesson. Some pastor said either the person was a blessing or a lesson. I'm gonna rest my hand. Put the phone down. But yeah, he said people are a blessing and a lesson. And Tyson was definitely not a blessing. He was a lesson. And my last ex, he was both a blessing and a lesson. I don't know if I told him that or not. But yeah, he was. It's possible to be both. I think I'm both. I think that I am. Because I've had some people tell me that, look, I learned a lot from you. You taught me a lot, and they say you were such a huge blessing. Like I've heard people. It rarely happened, but I had people give me that compliment sometime. But yeah, this right here, what's happening right now, and my omens, Kylie sucks the pus out of these things, whatever. She's not even sure what it is, but anytime I have an acne, rash type thing, she sucks it. Yeah, so right now I am sleepy, but the fans want me to. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Want me to stay awake like it's Christmas, you know. Like when you excited about Christmas, you don't sleep. You just decide to stay awake. If you know it's going to be a good score this year, that's what the fans want. They want me to go ahead and get excited now. Don't wait till the last minute. Get excited about Christmas right now. And they're right, you know. I agree with our fans, you know. The next moment is not promised. We all assume we all. I may not have tomorrow. I may not spend this Christmas with Kylie. I might not be here. I keep having visions of my death or the rapture. I'm not sure which one is going to come first. I don't know if the two of us will ever get a chance to meet. But if this letter, this video finds you in time, baby, I love you. And it just wasn't God's will for us to. I don't want to think that way, but you know, it's up to Him and not us. So whatever He decides, I don't want to say anything negative. Let's let Him. Let's let Him. My aunt used to be. Edna used to be encouraging her once in a while. She said, "Well, let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see how it goes. Let's just wait and see what He do." So she was talking about God and whoever we was going to go and meet. And I don't know what we was getting ourselves into, what my aunt had got me into, but so that's what I'm telling you, Kylie, baby, let's just wait and see what He do. Let's just, you know, go see what He got to say. So that's how I play this. I don't know if Kylie and I are gonna meet, but I'm waiting on God to see. And then two, prayer without action is null and void. I'm still hell bent on getting to Kylie. I'm still hell bent on getting to my wife. I'm trying to get accustomed to saying Kylie is my wife. I'm trying to get accustomed to saying that for two reasons. The gay thing in America. And believing that us two are meant for each other. She's always got questions for me. She's got about 6 questions for me right now. She does not want that light on and in my face. So, okay, Kylie's got some questions for me. And she's saying I don't have to put the camera on me. Alright, so I know this is going to cost me. Because it's too easy. She let me turn the light off. The interrogation light is not on me. And she's allowed me not to point the camera in my face. So she's going to want a huge reward for this. This is going to cost me. So let's find out. Alright, so she said she got to go. Alright, baby. So what you got? What's your questions for me, honey bun? Yeah, I call her like the stupidest names ever. She gobbles it and eats it up with a spoon, so what are your 6 questions? And right now she's saying, nice try, I know the answer, I know that one. Like I try to give myself an easy one. Ask her, can I have this as a question? Okay, so I can't use that one. She's asking me for question 1, what's your daily routine like? She's saying a small response, not a big response. Okay. I try to start each morning with a meal, but sometimes I don't eat breakfast. And she's saying, she's saying, don't rush me. It's going to make me take longer to ask you questions. Alright, now she's telling me for question number 2, and she's not asking this. She does this sometimes. She says she's going to ask a question, but she really makes a statement. I don't know if you ever noticed that when she interviews and when she's being interviewed. So she's saying, not everybody knows you went to an all-white school. Tell them about that. So I went to a all-white school in 3rd grade level, and my mom used to call black people specs. So... And it take Tyson to tell her. He's like, that's so racial, that's so racist. I'm like, but that's what she called it, and that shit, you know, it makes perfect sense. So, I experienced more racism from blacks than I did white people. So question 3, what is it, baby? And she's saying, I do believe I will be the one asking the questions, okay? Alright, so she said, at what moment did you first experience the Holy Spirit? And she said, again, if you rush it, I'll just take longer. So this is question 3, right, baby? All right, question 3. She said, with the camera not being on me, it gives ominous of the two of us being together. That's a side bullet point. The interview you see right now, I could release it 6 years from now. Me and her do shit like this. We do little tricks, little stunts to trick our fans for safety reasons, because some of our fans are toting, and some of them are crazy enough to harm us. They're so obsessed with us. So sometimes we shoot footage, and the other one's there, the other one's not there, and then we release it at different times to send people as a decoy to another direction. We actually, someplace else, we sent you here, and she forces me to use my military skill set. So this is why, you wouldn't know if she's here right now or not. So I forgot what number 3. Oh, she's saying again, don't rush it. Probably as young as I can remember, about 4 or 5, on Mayo Street. I was about 4 or 5 years old. 4 or 5 years of age, and my mom's abuse was at an all-time high, at its worst, and I didn't know what abuse was until I grew up, and long into my 30s, and but I knew at that age that there was a higher presence protecting me from whatever she was doing to me. I was like, something about this just feels like, from a child mindset, I don't know what to say, how I felt. Like, if it wasn't abuse and I was a child, 4 or 5 years old, what did I think it was? I don't know. I just know that I didn't like how I felt. It's a good way to put it. I just didn't like how I felt. And I saw other people's mothers being loving and nurturing, and about 4 or 5 years old, you don't know right from wrong. So that's what I was feeling, just like something about this is just different than what other people are doing. And I felt this presence, this magnitude of something, just like, I felt suicidal that young, but I was like, something was just saying, don't do it, because my mom had been doing different things at that age, different, I'm not going to get into any of it, I don't want to push myself to tell my story like Fat, she, a fat bastard, she made me tell my story, It was an overwhelming ray of sunlight, and I was actually out in the sunlight because my mom used to put me out a lot. Make me, that's in the black community, that's normal. Go outside and play. For a parent to kick their child out that's under 18 in the black community, it's pretty normal. And, but it's not normal. I didn't know that until now. God just impressed it on me that that is not normal. And he told me that's not normal. So you kick a 4 or 5 year old out and tell him to go outside, find something to do, and I just felt so hopeless. I wish I knew how to do something. I'm 4 or 5 years old. You're not independent. You don't know what the fuck is even going on. What is grass? What is the dirt? You just lost. So I was just remembering that's abuse to make your kids go out and go away. And I'm starting to remember things that cannot fall into the wrong hands. So, and I'm not strong enough to tell the parts that I want you to know right now. But the ray of sunlight was just like it felt like a presence. I'm gonna move on to just waiting for her to ask me the 4th question. And baby, should I be writing this down? Is this gonna be like a exam afterwards? She said, you never know. But don't worry about writing anything. Now she tells me I'm falling asleep. She's saying you only got 3 questions left. Hang on, babe. She said, when were you baptized? Number 4. And she said you can expect for the next 2 to be hard because this is an easy one. I was 2015 because my uncle told me to remember that date. He said that. It was like a Back to the Future movie. He said, I want you to get baptized, and when you do get baptized, he said, remember the date. It's going to be the most important day you ever have. That's how I know when I was baptized, 2015, and I was in my 30s. She said, have you ever made love? That's something stupid Katie would ask you. So, she said, I know the answer to that anyway. Hear me as I pray, wipe my sins away, baptize me, 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 me. Yeah, I've had too many people waste my life. Not gonna name who they are, and I refuse to let that happen again to let somebody waste my time. All right, the question is, everybody has a trusted mechanic they go to, and she wants to know. She said it's kind of a multiple question. She warned me I was going to pay with these last 2. Or that my mom used to take her Pinto to get it serviced. It was, and she wants me to elaborate a lot on that. Jimmy's Automotive in Pascagoula, and I never thought those words would come back to bite. And but It sounds like they were not good mechanics, and just all these years she had lied to me about them being the best on the coast and stuff for this. She used to put us through the ringer as kids going to Jimmy's, and now Kylie's telling me don't push myself through my story, but I'm just gonna end it by saying about how old was I? About fourth grade, or maybe second to fourth grade, and I'm not sure what happened once I got past fourth grade. I don't know if she. It's just too difficult to talk about because I'm just realizing something bad happened to me on that in that time frame and in that situation. That something bad happened to me. I used to wonder why I woke up in the middle of the night, had nightmares about. It seemed silly to me. And like it's just a place where you go get your cars checked at. Nothing bad's gonna happen there. I mean, but this is a childlike mindset, second grade to third to fourth grade. And, but yeah, it was Jimmy's Automotive on Ingalls Avenue, and I'm just recalling something that when I was a kid, something bad happened to me, and I'm ready for the next one. Okay, so she wants me to tell y'all about Kids Castle, like, as much as I can, the good parts. So, Kids Castle was like a mansion. Kids Castle was like it had intricate and cool architecture and cool fixtures, and me and the kids used to go, and say me separate because I was one of the, there were a lot of kids who were, I was around, I don't know actually how old I was. All I know is there were some tall kids and there were some short kids. And I assumed since I was tall, I thought since I was tall, I was one of the older kids. But I hit a tall growth spurt, and but I was way young. And so we would go play in all these cool ass rooms, and man, it was just like the coolest fucking. They had like a shed back there, and Miss Kathy didn't watch us at all, and they had these rickety stairs with these bed bug curtains, and anything that holds a bad memory, I'm not gonna mention it, but it gave me. I volunteered there as even though I was a child myself, I volunteered there, and I was a volunteer and helped to chaperone the 0 to whatever the cutoff on the age was, and something bad happened to the kids there. Something bad probably happened to me when I was there, and they wound up covering up what happened at Kids Castle. Now I remember the woman's name that ran in. She looked like, I'm not going to get into that, but she, Mrs. Johnson, I don't know if she was married or not. My mom used to pronounce it both ways. Miss Johnson and Mrs. Johnson used to run, she was the overseer of the daycare. I don't know if she owned the property. But they bulldozed it. And I remember her asking me as I got older, and the years went on, and I honestly forgot the building was even there. And so I don't know what age I was when she said, "Oh, Noonie." She used to call me Noonie. My mom. She was like, "What happened to Kids Castle?" I'm like, "Kids Castle? What the hell is that?" She's like, "You used to go to daycare there. Don't you remember?" So I really didn't remember right away. Took a couple jogs on the noggin, and I'm like, "Oh." And I'm like, this is when I had a car, so I don't know what age I was, but I was at least old enough to drive. She said, "Take a ride." My mom was notorious for telling me to do her dirty work. "Take a ride down there and tell me what you see." So, Mom, I don't want to go by daycare. I'm too old for daycare. Not in it. Just go see. She would always say that. Not go to it. Just go see, Noonie. And, funny now, not then. So, be in my car. I'm like, Mom, sometimes, I won't rule out. I don't think she gave me gas money. And she probably say something snide like, "You got to go down there and see your boyfriend." Anyway, Kyle live around there, because yeah, so I wound up going down there, and yeah, it was a little flat, and then nothing but a slab was there, and I was like, wow, know this phone over. So I'm like, wow, damn, Mom, I don't know what happened, but you're right, ain't no like, you can kind of see some of the building in the back stuff. I don't know if they left the shed up or if they left up some of the slab, but definitely the main building was a slab. And I don't know if I got out of my car and walked around. The property never was the best kept in the so I don't know, but I remember her saying that. So you don't know what, like, questioning me, like I was the one that done it. I didn't do that, Mom. She was like, "So you don't know what happened?" No, I don't know what happened. So this whole time she might have been covering some of them, just trying to see if I knew. I didn't think like that then, but the Holy Spirit is dealing with me, like trying to cover her tracks. Maybe she bulldozed that motherfucker. She said she worked at Ingles, who knows what her job was when she was out there. She might she told me she knew how to operate some heavy machinery. I'm not gonna say which, and she might have fucking did that shit, got tired of the shit, and just bow. So yeah, Kids Castle no more. I got bulldozed down. But it had a really cool Kids was spelled Kidz. Castle spelled Kastle. All these years, I thought that was because they was trying to have a little niche to it, make it sound interesting and hip and cool. But I think they was just had a learning disability and couldn't spell. I thought that was just intended to be to reel people in. But looking back on it and how stupid the people was that owned it, that might have just been they couldn't spell. I didn't know that then, but now I know. Guys telling me they might have didn't spell it that way to get customers. They spelled it like that because they didn't know how to spell it. I thought that was cool how they spelled it, because I thought they were doing that to get customers.